Órale, vatos, how's everybody doing tonight? Yeah! All having a good time? Yeah! Getting the Peterson? Yeah! I don't really sound like that. I'm actually an introvert. The thing about being an introvert, though, is that a lot of people get it confused. They get it confused with being antisocial or even sociopathic, and nothing could be further than the truth. I mean, introverts are normal people. Now, I happen to have antisocial and sociopathic tendencies, but that's purely a coincidence. Most people are okay. It just means that I have trouble socializing. And do we have any weed smokers in the house today? Yeah! Degenerate hippies. Well, I actually can't smoke weed. It makes me paranoid. And if I'm going to get paranoid, I just stand by the mailbox and wait for a friend of the court to write something to me. But no, when I think about, I grew up, my mother was a migrant worker, so my first memories are, some of my early memories are living in a migrant camp when I was 4 years old. And I asked other people about their earliest memories, and it surprises me. A lot of people tell me my first memories are when I was in 4th grade. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, I can remember really far back. And actually, I can actually remember my mother giving me a bath in the sink, which would be pretty impressive, except I was 14 at the time. It's a strange family. But I grew up in the hood, and it's tough growing up in the hood. We had, a lot of problems. I remember calling the police one time, and the police showed up and whooped my ass for snitching. I should have known because the cops were sagging. That should have flew me in. In the hood, you have to learn to fight or run, and I've never been fast, even when I was skinny, so I had to learn how to fight. My older brother escaped the hood, though. He joined the Navy, which it worked for him, it was great, but it changed him. And when he came back, he didn't even sound the same. Like, I talked to him, I'd say something to him, and he's like, it just changes me. But I dress like this because it keeps me out of trouble in the hood. People presume I'm one of them. But if you talk to me long enough, it starts to slip. Like one time I was in jail for something, I don't even remember what. And two guys were about to fight. It had nothing to even do with me. And one guy says, yo, dog, you don't know who you're messing with. And I said, excuse me, I think what you mean to say is, you don't know with whom you are messing with. You're not supposed to end a sentence with a preposition in proper English. After that, it was pretty hard for me in jail. And I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking, but Michael, the prohibition against ending a sentence in a preposition is a carryover from Latin grammar, which has no logical application to American English. Yeah, but it's the rule, so follow it. At this point, any Mexicans who might have been here clapping when I first started out like this are like, wait a minute, he's not about the loco, he's a fucking grammar Nazi. And I don't really like that term, grammar Nazi, because it doesn't really fit my politics. I'd rather be called a grammar Irhabi, a grammar something else. But I'm sorry, I study Arabic. And I'm getting pretty good at it. I can carry on conversations, but it seems like the only time I have the opportunity to use Arabic is when people ask me for money on the streets. Now, I always pretend I don't speak English, and I could answer in Spanish, but I think it's funnier to answer in Arabic. And I say, La estatia en la Inglesia. So one time, I was hanging out with my Iraqi friend. We're waiting on a bus, and this black guy's coming across the street. He's drunk as hell, and I know he's about to ask me for money. So he walks up, he said, hey man, hey. And I said, La estatia en la Inglesia. So he said, huh? He goes to my friend, he said, hey. My friend says, La Inglesia. So the guy says, the black guy says, Intame when? Well, he was speaking Arabic. He was from Sudan. So I switched to Spanish. I'm like, whatever language you're speaking, I'm speaking something different. Why did I switch to fucking Chinese? But all my life I felt an affinity for the immigrants, the migrant culture. In the 1980s, it was the Vietnamese, the Laotians. I've always worked with immigrants. I help them with their English, and by help them, I mean I teach them English wrong. I mean, I could teach them to speak English correctly, but then you wouldn't know who the immigrants are. So I just teach them. Look, like if you go to Yummy Japan in the Meridian Mall, it's hilarious because nobody who works there is actually Japanese. They're all Chinese and Latino. And so I've helped them with their English, but not very well. So when you go to them and you order chicken teriyaki, they're like, you want white rice or fried rice? I'm like, excuse me? White rice or fried rice? Fried rice. You want vegetable? Yes, vegetable. Yeah, that's my work. I help them with that. But I don't always do it on purpose. I work in a Middle Eastern restaurant, and there's an Indian grocery store across from where I used to work. And one day I wanted samosa, but they don't have it every day. So I called to them. And I didn't mean to do it, but I started in an Indian accent. The guy said, hello. I said, hello, do you have samosa today? The guy said, yes, we do. I said, thank you very much. So I crossed the street. I tried to play it off. I thought, you won't know who I am. I walk in there. There's no customers there. So I walk in there, and I walk up to the guy and said, hi, you guys have samosa today? He said, yes, did you just call a minute ago? I said, yeah, that was me. He says, where do you work? I said, I work across the street at the Middle Eastern place. So he sold me samosa. I felt kind of bad, because I did the accent, not on purpose. Half an hour later, he walks into my restaurant. He's got like the handkerchief on his head. He's got the dark glasses on. He's got the shirt buttons on the top. He's like, orale, Pato, you guys got some chicken? Maybe there's some potato chips on the side. I'm hungry, man. I'm like, come, dude, not cool. The nerve. But in these political times where immigrants are and refugees are vilified, and we have to remember that immigrants are basically the same as we are. They want the same things that we do. They want to work, they want to learn, they want to love, they want to live, and they want to open up a liquor store in the ghetto. Same thing. But I worked with, some of these names are changed to protect the guilty, but I used to work with this girl named Malak. She wears hijab, but she was very weird. So one day we're at the restaurant, and we're looking at an older couple, and this older gentleman is outside he's leaving the restaurant, trying to get back into his car. And he's having trouble even stepping into the car. He's just so elderly. And she goes, "Aw, I just think old people are so cute." And I'm like, are you serious? I understand having your own little fetishes or things that you think are cute, but that's not a baby. That's an elderly gentleman who's towards the end of his life. He's losing his functions of his body. There's nothing cute about that. And it's but I imagine she should get a different job. She should perhaps work in a rest home or something. And I can imagine her, dealing with somebody who's towards the end of their life and putting the stethoscope to his chest. And then having the monitor. I always tell this joke, and I'm not saying any names, but Malak Min Qariba, and so she gets mad every time I tell that joke, and I say, it's not a joke, that actually happened, but she gets mad because I pointed out, well, whatever, she said it, so own it. But I think one of the strangest things in my life was after I went through a divorce, I accidentally started dating my wife's first cousin. This is a true story. I met her singing karaoke. And I didn't realize we didn't realize that's who it was. And then one day we're staying up after we've been kicking it for like a week, and she's like, I can't believe, so all your kids are black and Mexican? I said, yeah. She said, oh, that's so cute. My cousin's kids are black and Mexican, and they're so pretty. And then she's like, so you were really on the Jenny Jones show? And I'm like, yeah. She said, oh, that's so funny. My cousin was on a Jenny Jones. Wait a minute. She's like, what's your ex's name? And I said, Carol. She says, Carol what? I said, her maiden name was Mitchell. She's like, that's my first cousin. She's like, we can't do this. We can't be together. I'm like, well, we can't unfuck. I also broke up with another girl, a girl I met at Leroy's Classic Bar and Grill. I mean, when I first met her, there was warning signs, there were red flags that went up. We talked about a certain bar. She's like, oh, I love that. I can't go back to that bar. I'm like, why? She's like, well, I cussed out the manager and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. So we talk about another bar. She's like, oh, that place is so cool. They got nice. I can't go to that bar. I'm like, why? She's like, I got into a fight. I'm like, okay, whatever. So she's talking about getting furniture in her living room. I wish this was not a true story. So she said, I got to go to Art Band. They got some. I can't go back to Art Band. I'm like, why can't you go back to Art Band? She's like, I cussed out the manager. I thought, like, when you complain, they'll give you a better deal, and they call the police on me. I can't do it. So I broke up with her, and she was angry. So she sent me an email, and her email was so ungrammatical, spelling errors, just right. So I sent it back with corrections. I had red stripes, underlines, circles. This is a run-on sentence, blah, 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 spelling, punctuation. Oh, she was livid. She was hot. She was like, I thought email is supposed to be fast and fun and friendly. I'm like, yeah, but it's also supposed to be literate. You're trying to convey a message to me. I'm sorry. One more thing. Okay, so the same girl, Malek, she was giving me a ride home one day because I don't have a car. So, 5-minute walk, so I said, hey, can you give me a ride to Myers? She said, yeah. So she turned around and she made a wrong turn. We get pulled over by the police. So I said, Malek, I've got warrants. And so she said, okay. I said, so I'm going to give them my brother's name and they're going to pull up his picture. Maybe it's going to be okay. She said, okay, fine. So the cop comes, he says, you know you made a wrong turn back there. She said, yeah, I did. So she said, the cop's like, so what are you doing? Where are you going today? She said, I'm going to drop off my coworker. I'm not saying any names. I went to jail that day. That's the end of my time. Thank you very much. Here we go for Michael.
With that little braid on your glasses, you look like